Hey guys, how are you guys? I hope you're having a fabulous night. We had a little technical difficulties, so that's why we're 9 minutes late. So we apologize for being late, but we're ready to jump into this topic. And this topic is gonna be: can I still be friends with my friend if he or she don't like my partner or spouse?
Right.
But before we do that, we want to get some people logged on, and then we want to share some stuff with you guys.
Share it. Let everybody know
Please.
Auntie Nella is on live. We're gonna wait for at least a couple of more people to get on.
Correct.
And as you come on, check in, say hi,
send some love.
We can send some shout outs to you guys.
And while we're waiting on people to come in, I want to give a shout out to my niece. She has her summit Beyond the Standard Summit, which is gonna be on October 7th. And you guys get your tickets early because I went to every last one of the Beyond the Standard Summit, and I promise you, you're gonna leave there refreshed. You know, you go in there with change, you know, life's change that, you know, bear you down. Once you leave, I promise you, you're going to be free, ready to go. You're going to be able to hit that reset button and move forward. So, you know, don't forget to go and, you know, purchase your ticket. And ask Auntie Nella will be there to answer some questions. I will be there. So I'll be happy to meet you guys face to face. You know, definitely come out and support. We will have a fabulous time, and I promise you, you will not regret it.
Right. So just tell them about your YouTube while we still waiting on more people.
You know, I'm starting to see people starting to, you know, go to YouTube and, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe.
Yes.
The other big thing I want to say to you guys is, I truly appreciate you taking the time to add some of your friends, new friends to the group. I appreciate that a ton.
Yes.
And as they come through the group and I see who, you know, send them to me, I will send a thank you. So I appreciate it 110%. Anybody who did it prior to, you know, my most recent post, I appreciate it. But you know, I have a lot of friends on here. I want you guys to task your own self to go in and add friends. I've gotten a lot of people that went on and add friends, but I have a lot more out there. Go ahead and task yourself and, you know, add some friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Ask Auntie Nella YouTube channel, and it's Ask Auntie Nella, and then it's period after Nella. If you can't get on or you're having problems or issues trying to, just go ahead and inbox me and let me know. And then don't forget to share the video. Let them know that I'm on live. The other thing, t-shirts are still out there. If you guys want to purchase t-shirts, they're still out there. All you have to do is go click on the PayPal link or click on the Cash App link, and I will ship your t-shirt anywhere. It just doesn't have to be local. If you're local, I can bring it to you. But if you're out of state, I'll be happy to ship it to you. All right?
We'll even ship to China.
We will, girl. We will ship to China, Russia, Spain, all of them. Even though China mad, well, I'll ship a shop to them. I'll ship it to them.
Yeah.
So y'all ready? I hope y'all ready. Where we at on people logging in? People's logging in. Come on, y'all. Let people know I'm on so we can get the numbers up so we can go ahead and get in this topic, because this topic is a topic that have been trending in my inbox for a while.
Ooh.
And so since it's been trending, I felt like it's a really good thing to talk about.
So we're going to go ahead and dive in. So the topic is, can I still be friends with my friend if he or she don't like my partner or spouse? Can I?
It depends. I don't want to say absolutely not. Because it depends on you and your friend. Now, if you have a friend who understands your marriage and your relationship and they're not trying to bash that situation, then that's a different story. But if you're dealing with somebody that constantly trying to undermine your marriage or your relationship, baby, get them out your life.
Girl.
Because they're sitting goose waiting for your marriage or your relationship to fail. And you don't need nobody in your corner that's waiting for your relationship or marriage to fail. So it depends. It totally depends on, you know, what relationship you have with your friend. If your friend is constantly bashing your partner or your mate, that's not healthy. It's not healthy. You and your partner are one, not you, your partner, and your friend.
Oh, wow. So you mean, so I got this friend, right? And she really don't like, you know, my boo, you know, because she keeps saying, you know, he this, he that, he all of this. But we've been friends before I met my boo.
Yeah.
So what should I do in that situation?
In that situation, you won't shut her down. You want her or him to know, I'm not going to allow you to think that you can have a conversation bashing my mate or my partner with me. That's not going to happen. Because what you're doing is you're allowing somebody else to creep into your relationship and destroy it.
Oh, wow.
And that's something you don't ever want to do. You don't want to give somebody a way to say, you know what, well, she okay with me saying stuff. Because here's the thing. If you open that door just a little bit to allow somebody to bash your partner or your mate, trust me, they're going to continue to do it every chance they get. So you need to shut it down and shut it down quick.
Oh, wow.
And if that friend don't respect your wishes, then you got to move on. We can't be friends.
Well, I've been friends since we was at
and that's
school.
fine. If she can't, if my friend can't respect my wishes, then I have to move on. Because what you have to understand is, here's the thing. You're with your partner or your husband or your spouse. You're with your spouse. She caused havoc on your relationship, okay? I can almost guarantee you once you've moved on from that person because she's caused havoc on your relationship, guess what? That friend ain't going to be the best friend she should be because she's already created what she wanted to create. Don't let somebody create your destiny for your relationship. Let you decide that.
Right. So what's the difference between my friend giving me advice or she really don't like my partner or my mate? So what's the difference? If she's giving me,
advice is a situation where I'm coming to my friend, asking my friend for help. I'm giving her a scenario. I'm giving her a situation. On the flip side, if my friend coming to me and be like, your man ain't no good, he trash, I seen him do this, or I heard that he's doing that. That's what you got to be careful. It's the difference between you giving me advice than bashing my partner. You know the difference. The difference is advice is I'm coming to you, I'm sharing to you what's going on in my life, and you're coming back and saying, you know what? You need to give it some time. Try and work it out. Try and have a conversation. But if that friend always be like, girl, I told you he ain't no good, run for the hills.
But what if it's that friend that be like, because sometimes we as women can put ourselves in bad relationships.
Absolutely.
And that friend is just trying to warn us that we're in that bad, and and then it can take it from me. She always trying to warn me as she don't like my partner or my spouse, but she's just really trying to warn me. So what's the difference in that?
You need to make the decision.
Oh.
The issue is you need to be the one to make the decision, because if you allow her to make your decision for you, then you haven't walked that journey to get where you want to get. You have to make the decision for you. Don't allow somebody else, even if you choose, even if she come to you and let's say months down the line, you realize, yep, she was right.
Oh, wow.
At the end of the day, you made the decision, not her. It's not her decision to make. And it's not her decision. If you are a friend and you're going to trust me and you're going to support me, you're going to trust me and support me in a positive way. There are going to be some things that you're going to tell me that I may not like, but it's your approach. But if you're approaching it in a bashful way, then that's not helpful to me. Because then all I'm hearing is you're bashing my mate, I'm not hearing the message you're trying to deliver to me. And so that's what sometimes friends have to be careful about, is because when you're delivering a message to your friend, you'll hear people say all the time, I'm always telling my friend she's not listening. Check yourself and think, am I delivering that message for her to take it personal? Because let me tell you something. When you're going through so much stuff in your life and you're going through a journey that's dark, or you're walking through the woods that you can't see the next, step that you're going to make, having somebody constantly tell you stuff you already know doesn't make that person happy. So what happens is she could block you out. You probably telling her all the right things, but it's your approach, it's your delivery, it's how you're coming at her. And so her demeanor changes because she feel like you're bashing him. Well, if you're bashing him and she's telling you that, start to check yourself and say, well, maybe I delivered it a little bit more wrong. Because if you're truly her friend, you're gonna understand where she's coming from. And it's not your job to beat her down. It's not your job to hurt her. It's not your job to crush her heart. She already know what's going on, so she don't need you to add more pain, or pour more salt into a wound that's already there. And that's not fair to her.
Okay, so what if I'm that friend though? What if I'm that friend friend that's trying to warn my friend that he ain't no good or she ain't no good. I'm that friend. So you telling me I need to step back and let my friend just go through when I see he ain't no good?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to charter the waters to take a different approach. Because sometimes if you take an approach of you're bashing or you're pointing fingers and being like, I told you so, then I'm not listening to you. As a friend, you need to be my support system. As a friend, you need to be my shoulder for me to cry on. As a friend, you need to listen to me. Because maybe I am at that point to say I'm done. But if you're coming to me and you're coming at where you're pointing at me and saying, you know what, I told you this, he ain't mean you no good, that's not fair. People get into relationships often and want to get out, but they stay stuck in a relationship because sometimes deep down inside they're trying to prove a point to a friend or a family member who doesn't like their partner, so they're trying to prove a point. They don't want their family or friend to think I told you so. They don't want to hear that I told you so. So it's how you approach them. You have to be careful in how you approach it.
Well, I'm gonna put a little twist on it.
Okay.
You say so. Should I be
another little twist on it?
friends with my friend? So what if my friend is a family? It's family.
That's fine. There's no different. There's no different. Listen, sometimes you could have family members who you think just because we're blood family members mean you well. Absolutely not. It's not always that case. There's family members that might be jealous of your position. There's family members might be jealous of your stature. There's family members might be jealous of your relationship. So it's not always a healthy thing to think just because they're blood, I need to value them more than I will value a friend. You need to value them as to how they present themselves to you.
I'm saying for as my family bashing my mate.
And you need to shut that down too. Don't allow anybody, I don't care who it is, don't allow anybody access to bash your mate. And don't you sit in that cesspool and bash your mate along with them. Because what that does is when mad day come and you decide, you know, I want to talk to my family, I want to talk to my friends and bash them. Or they're going to be in heaven right along with you bashing them. And then when you back on good term with boo-boo and they bashing him, you can handle it. But you have to step back and look at, well, I was just bashing them. So you have to be careful as to how you said and what you deliver when people are around. Because sometimes people love misery. You know, misery loves company. And sometimes if they're not happy, they want somebody else to be unhappy along with them. Don't give them that out to create a problem that you don't have.
Oh, wow. So
don't do it.
So you telling me
if
I got Aunt Sookie who
Yeah.
don't like my mate and always bashing them and putting them down,
Correct.
I should have a boundary with what I call her, Sookie.
Aunt Sookie.
Aunt Sookie, to let her know she shouldn't be in that space of bashing my mate.
Let me just lay it to you like this.
Okay.
You should have a boundary with anybody.
Okay.
When it comes down to having a conversation about you, your spouse, or your partner, you should have that boundary. Don't let too many people get involved in your marriage or your relationship, because at the end of the day, when you decide to have a relationship with him or her, or you decide to have a marriage with him or her, is between you guys and God. It's not between you guys, God, and your friend. Your friend can give you advice. Now, there's friends out there that will give healthy advice. I don't want people to think. Absolutely. I don't want people to think that there's not people out there that will give healthy advice. There's people out there that give healthy advice. But you also have to distinguish who means you well and who don't.
Oh, wow.
And once you realize that, that's how you decide who I'm going to take advice from and who I'm not going to take advice from.
Oh, wow. So if I'm around either my friend or my family, and they bashing my mate, or they just plain out told me they don't like them. You know, so should I remove myself out of that situation?
Here's what I say. Be very straight, upfront, and blunt. And say, you know what? Your issue with my partner or my mate is your issue. It has nothing to do with me. I'm going to love him regardless. Until I feel like he's crossed me wrong, until he's done bad to me, I'm going to love him. So, you know, family members and friends sometimes will have this barrier of what they expect for somebody else to have. But here's the situation. When it comes to them, that whole barrier is different.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what you have to be careful. I will always say this. I will never, ever, ever tell anybody to leave their partner. And here's why. You have to make that decision for yourself. I can't make it for you. Have to know your rock bottom. You have to know when you're way down and you have so many chains and you can't break loose from them chains. You have to be the one to make that decision. I can't make it for you. What I will do is I will give you some good advice. I will give you some good advice. And if that advice doesn't work, then you have to put your big girl panties on, put your big boy boxes on, and make a decision. Do I stay in this cesspool or do I move forward so I can have a happier life?
So if they don't like my mate, they don't like me. Point blank.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. So I
you
gotta
have to respect.
myself.
You have to, listen, me and my mate are one.
Right.
Right? You can't dislike my mate, but like me. That doesn't go together, because here's the problem you're going to have. You're rooting for me, but creating the demise for him.
Right.
And where does that benefit me? Because if he fall, I'm falling right along with him. We're a team.
Okay. So tell me this, because they got some friends out there who will come in and speak to everybody, and my mate's sitting right there and don't speak to them because they don't like them.
Check them up front.
Woo, what?
Check them up front. Check them up front. Check them up. Co-check them hard. Co-check them hard, because again, don't allow anybody to disrespect your mate.
Oh, wow.
Don't allow them to because when you allow people to disrespect your mate, then you allow them to disrespect you.
Ooh,
how uncomfortable is that? Because here's the thing. You disrespect my mate, when we get home, guess who's having that conversation? Me and my mate. Oh, wow. So what that's doing is creating a problem in my household. And why would I allow you to create a problem in my household? No, I'm not doing it.
Okay. So,
you're going to speak to him whether you like him or you don't.
So here's another scenario. What if I'm on and every time I put something up and they'll say, oh, and then when I put something up with my mate and they ain't saying nothing because they don't, do I remove them? Or so I'm trying to get this whole boundary thing.
Here's the
so
thing,
do I remove them completely or what? What do
you
I
don't really remove them, because here's the thing. If they put something on your post and they're saying something to you, where you put something on your post, just you, and they're saying, nice stuff or whatever, and then you put your partner on there and they don't say anything, that's a different story.
Okay.
They're not saying anything. But if they get on there and they want to bash him and say all this negative stuff, block them.
Oh, wow.
Block them. Because at the end of the day, you don't want somebody to create. I don't care if you don't like the post I put on there. I don't care if you don't comment on the post I put on there. But what you gonna do is you gonna respect my man. At the end of the day. What? This the camera lady. She ain't even paying attention. She ain't even paying attention.
No, what you said must have struck a nerve.
At the end of the day, it's not on there all the way.
Right.
You're gonna respect my mate.
Right.
You're gonna respect it, whether I force you to respect it,
girl, that's scary,
or you don't respect it, or you choose not. You're gonna respect it. You're gonna respect it.
Shocked. Somebody got shocked out there when you said that.
You're gonna respect him at the end of the day.
What you mean I'm gonna respect him?
You're going to either you gonna respect him or you gonna get out the space.
Wait, what?
You gonna get out? Either you gonna respect my boo boo, or you got to get up out that space, because here's the thing. Then you and I have a problem.
Yes.
You and I have a conversation that we need to have. You and I have a conversation that we need to have, and whether that conversation goes south or straightforward, we gonna handle it. So you just need to, at the end of the day, and no difference between a woman defending her mate, that man needs to defend his as well.
Right.
If your family is, got all this stuff to say and not, saying positive things about you, stop having a conversation with your partner. Because here's the thing. If you're not ready to leave your spouse with whatever problems you're having, do not allow somebody to continue to come to you and express their dislike about your spouse. Because that's not fair to them. Let you make that decision to decide, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Now, if you want to keep disrespecting them, we're going to have to pull the boxing gloves out and go to the gym.
What you going to pull some boxing gloves out?
You're going to have to go to the gym.
So what about... And that goes vice versa. So if a man have another female disrespect, should he say something or should the female say something?
What do you mean?
So say you and Uncle Mike together and another person, hey, and just bluntly look over you. He should say something or should you say, hey, I'm here or whatever?
This is me and this is what I do. If my husband if we're in a space and somebody he knows, meets him or, speak to him or whatever, and he don't introduce me, I'm not going to put myself in a position to be like, hey, how you doing? I might say, hi or whatever and let them speak back to me. But you could best believe when we get home, we having a conversation.
Oh, wow.
We're having a conversation because he needs to give you that respect to introduce you to whoever it is. If you choose not to introduce you, baby, this brain of mine is just calculating. I'm just charming. And you don't want to deal with the wrath of what's going on in his brain. You don't want to deal with the wrath of what's going on. Because I'm going to ask you, like, why you introduce me to Sheila? Forgot? I wish he would forget and I'm standing next to him.
Maybe he won't cause no trouble because he knows Sheila ain't like you.
If he spoke to Sheila, he better introduce me to Sheila. So if Sheila didn't like me, now I don't like you, I got a problem with you. Now we got a problem. Don't allow somebody else to create problems in your home that's unnecessary.
Girl, I don't know.
That's unnecessary. If I'm going to introduce my husband, I don't have no reason to, be afraid to introduce him to me. I'm going to introduce. If you choose not to introduce me, you better not have your feet close to me because I might step on your toes. Hoy. Girl,
I guess so. They ain't speaking to you. You got a problem.
I got a problem. Because my thing is, why isn't it that I'm standing next to you, you can't say, oh, I want you to meet my wife. If she bold enough to come to you and speak to you only and disrespect me, what you're doing is, what that mate is doing at that point is he's allowing that person to know she has a leeway to disrespect you.
Oh, wow.
She has an opportunity to disrespect. No, you're not about to do that because you
so
can let him
handle it.
He should. At that point, he should handle it.
Right.
Now, if I see little ragdoll the next time,
what you
call her ragdoll, and she could try, then we got a problem.
What you mean?
We got a problem because if you done met Wisdom 2 times, we done been together. First time I let you slide, slick slide. I let you slide. I addressed it with him because he's who I'm with. But the second time you see me and you don't speak and you try the same stuff, we gonna sit in the corner and have a conversation.
So if Uncle Mike introduce you to Miss Ragdoll,
yeah,
and she say, oh, hey, and then the next time she do it again, then you gonna say something?
Oh, yeah, because I've given him the opportunity to express.
Introduced it, but now she coming back saying,
if he introduced her,
right,
and she's just speaking to him and not speaking to me after he's introduced me.
No, so say, so the first time he said, oh, this is my wife, she said, oh, hey, but then she see him again and say, hey, Mike, and then don't say anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna dress. You know what? You don't see me standing here. Do I look like a ghost?
What you gonna tell that girl?
I'm gonna be like, look, Miss Ragdoll, we got a problem. We got a problem. Because one thing I will never do is, and this is one thing I've learned from day one, I'm never gonna disrespect somebody else's spouse or partner. I'm never gonna do that. That's just who I am. I'm gonna make sure I'm cordial, I speak, because I don't ever want somebody to feel uncomfortable. Right. And that's the thing that people have to feel. You don't ever want somebody to feel uncomfortable. Now, if you're a thought, you probably don't care.
What's a thought?
And then we got to deal with thought issues.
What's a thought first?
A thought is somebody who don't mind being a side piece.
Oh.
They don't mind sleeping with my man, the next man, the next man. They don't care. They're not looking for longevity. They're not looking for a relationship.
That might be their girl line of profession.
They're looking for a stump in a hard one. That's what they looking for. And if that's their line of profession, well, you ain't got no business talking to my husband because he ain't in need of your work. So keep it moving, thought.
Oh, God. So I guess, so you're telling me that if somebody disrespect my mate, I need to check them to let them know that, hey, he or she is standing there and speak to them.
You need to.
Now, after she didn't did it the second time, what will be the next step? Should Uncle Mike just completely remove that person out of the circle?
He gonna have to. Or what he should do is have a conversation with her in front of me. Well, this is my wife. I'm kind of confused as to why you didn't speak. Or he could do it mildly and be like, well, this is my wife. And then I'm going to be looking at her facial expression. If she got a problem that he didn't introduce me as his wife and she's still not willing to give me that respect, maybe she better run because that head might roll.
What? What you going to do?
That head,
what you going to do?
I'm going to knock that head off that shoulder. I'm going to knock that head off that shoulder.
You ain't going to touch that miss. What she call a roll dog?
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll.
Let me tell you something.
And you going to jail.
I sit behind bars. Disrespect comes as a price. It comes at a price. If you're going to disrespect me, then you got to be ready to handle what's coming behind that disrespect. You got to be ready to handle it. And you don't never know how people are. And that's the thing that you have to be careful about. I'm going to give you the utmost respect. But in the same token, if you think you're going to continue to disrespect me, I got a problem. I got a problem. And then that old evil side going to come out.
Girl, so you going to knock the lady head
Girl, that head going to be hurting when she feel it in the morning. She going to get some thunder coming to that head. And then she going to think twice about not doing it to the next one.
What you mean?
She going to be, soon as she see the next one with their husband, hey, ma'am, how you doing? Yeah, that's what you do. I speak to everybody's husband first because I got my head bashed.
What the? You mean they white first?
They white first because I got my head bashed.
I guess, girl. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you mean so? All right. So so I can't be friends with somebody who really dislike my mate, because in the end they really gonna be planting seeds of discord in between our relationship.
Correct.
It's pretty
really
much.
In all honesty, it's not healthy. It's not healthy if you can't trust somebody to value your relationship like you would value a relationship. If you can't trust them to value a relationship, then why they in your circle? If they're not adding value to your life, why are they there? Why are they in that circle?
Right. So what do you do when you have somebody you go to and respect and they tell you he ain't the one for you? And you see that he the one for you, but sometimes people...
Who tell you that?
Somebody.
Who the somebody is? Who gives them the right to think they could tell you who's for you and who's not?
I mean, they looking out for my best interest.
How you know what they looking at?
I'm just saying, I'm using examples.
Listen, you guys. Don't always value everything somebody come to you. Allow yourself to take time to be in that space to figure it out for yourself. So it's okay if your friend comes to you and say, you know what, I just don't think he's the one. But don't be like, well, if he ain't the one, I don't want to even deal with you. Don't do that, because then what you're doing is you're creating a demise because of what a friend had to tell you.
Right.
Allow yourself to go through the channels, allow yourself to go through the emotion, and come with the response that benefits you. Not for what they say. Keep what they said in the back of your mind.
This girl gonna
But don't act on
put them
put them paws on them. Don't play with me.
What you mean? You
Don't
gonna punch her in the top of her head?
That shoulder head gonna be up off that shoulder. She better have her wig on tight,
What you mean?
because it might come off.
Stop to
I'm
rise
just
and say
saying.
I'm gonna put them paws on him or her.
Correct. Right quick. You better know the risk. You better come to me respect. You better come to me correct, because one of the things I will always do is I'm always respectful to people, and I expect the same thing in return. So if you ain't giving it to me the same thing in return, you better take you a couple of Tylenols or some Aleve or something, because that head gonna hurt.
Y'all, we do
What?
not promote violence.
That's what my man you do. Mess with my husband, I'm gonna promote you if I.
We do not promote violence. We do not go around punching people in the top
Sometimes you have
of
to
their
listen.
head.
Sometimes, it comes to. Sometimes you can have a conversation with somebody and they get it.
Right.
But sometimes it comes to a point people try to play you and you got to show them. A lot of times with me, people
Right.
think just because I'm nice, oh, she's nice, she don't come for me unless I send for you.
Right.
Because if you come for me and I ain't sent for you, baby, you going back down that road with a head hurting hard.
Girl, who you think you is?
Trinella Ricks.
Right. Y'all telling people she punching them in the top of their head.
Don't mess
So
with my
let's
man.
recap here, because we got about 2 minutes and a couple of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me, Auntie Nella, that absolutely, if I'm in a friendship
Yep.
or just family, period, and they're bashing my mate, who I'm connected to, that's not healthy, because it's actually sowing discord, and I should either have a conversation to let them know to give them the respect, or just completely remove myself.
It depends on the situation. If you
No, because they bluntly out told them they don't like them.
if they don't like them and they continue to show disrespect, move yourself out of the space.
Oh, wow.
You can have a conversation. If you've had a conversation with them and they're continuing to do it, remove yourself out of the space.
Right.
Make your decision for you. Don't make your decision for your family. Don't make your decision for your friends. Because let me tell you something. Your friend going to be laying up next to her mate, her partner, her husband, who ain't perfect. Who ain't perfect either.
Right.
But right there, all happy and giggly, and they lay next to a warm body. You at home like, Lord, I listen to my friend, and I'm freezing my behind. If I got 3 pair of pajamas on, and I'm still cold.
Right, and I shouldn't let anybody really disrespect them.
No, you should. And you shouldn't allow somebody to come into your marriage or your relationship and create havoc on that.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, your issues with your partner should be issues that you guys have, not everybody else. Because when everybody else is involved in that, baby, you creating problems that's going to thump that head for a lifetime.
I guess. So, we recapping. So, Auntie Nella has said, don't come to her. She going to punch you right in the top of your head. She's going to have a bobble head. Punch you right in the top of her head, messing with her man. But as Auntie Nella Productions do not promote violence of any...
I don't unless you bluntly disrespect me. I'll say this, all jokes aside. It takes a lot for me to get out of a space to be like, I'm just going to attack you. It takes a lot. And I'm going to give you some chances to defend yourself. I'm going to give you some chances to, approach me a different way. But in the same token, you know what? Before I became a Christian, I was street. So I can't allow you to think that you going to continue to disrespect me and I'm be okay. I'm not going to lay down there and let you think you could keep on slapping me around and disrespect. Nah.
So what you going to do?
I'm going to knock that head up off that shoulder.
You going to go like
you better take, I'm going to knock that head up off that shoulder. Like, serious. Like, and then you're going to think, oh, she meant business. I meant business 3 times ago when I told you, don't come for me unless I send for you.
We is a non-violent show.
We don't promote violence, but don't push me. We don't promote violence, but don't push me, girl.
Guys, on that note, we gonna go ahead and end the session. We thank you guys for coming.
Thank you guys.
On. Thank you. Send some love before we log off. And remember, Auntie Nella say if they don't like you, or your mate, don't rock with them.
Don't rock and roll with them.
You might have to slap them on top of that.
Because they might be undermining your relationship with all kind of stuff. You don't know what people do when they dislike your partner. You just don't know what to do.
So if they don't like him, they don't like me.
If they ain't fighting for your relationship along with you, bye.
Right.
You don't need nobody else to keep fighting. But before we go, we will do After Dark. And After Dark, y'all come ready, prepared, because I am ready.
Lord.
Let's talk sex positions.
Oh, God.
I hope y'all ready. I got some hot ones for you.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you later. So
let them know After Dark's coming on.
After Dark is coming on in about 2 minutes. And Auntie Nella said, don't push her.
Don't push me. Don't push me.
We out.